Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Dietitian in the Kitchen. Today I am making super easy, like throw it in the pan, pop it in the oven, and forget about it for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Easy, one pan chicken fajitas. And this is basically one of those dishes that you can make with whatever you have on hand, which is why it's so perfect for this sort of quarantine life. If you can't get your favorite onions, like say I like red onions in my fajitas, but I couldn't get them the last time I went to the grocery store, or the last time I had my groceries delivered. So I'm using yellow onion, or white onion, whatever you want to call it. And then also peppers. A lot of times with fajitas, hi Christina, hi Jennifer. A lot of times with fajitas, you would want to use like the large bell peppers and kind of cut them into strips. I didn't have that either, so I'm using my absolute favorites, these little mini sweet peppers. I love these. I absolutely love these. These are just so delicious just to snack on. I love to saute these. I love to bake these. There's so many different things that you can do with these. They're just amazing. Hi Deborah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. So yeah, I love these. I love stuffing these too. Like cutting them in half and then making like a little like cream cheese mixture. Highly, highly recommend these. So basically this is what I had on hand, and this is why I'm using these instead of a bell pepper or a red bell pepper, green bell pepper, things like that. So that's where we're at with that. So I got my peppers chopped up. Yes, right? They're so good. I eat them right out of the bag. Well, I try to wash them, but sometimes, especially now, I wash them first. But they're so good. Like, you don't need to do anything to those peppers. They're so good. Yes, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one. I think it's funny though, because I always like foods that kids really love. Like, I think I'm just a big kid at heart, because I always love foods that all like kids just love. Yeah, like I could come up with so many examples. Like I have chicken tenders and they're in the freezer. Like if I don't want to make my own chicken tenders from scratch, like I've got some really nice, there's a couple of different chicken tender brands obviously on the market, but I try to buy like the really high quality ones because the texture is just really good and they bake up really nice in the air fryer. But anyways, so I'm making one pan chicken fajitas, and this is enough for two. Basically, I took about a half a pound of chicken, and you can either do chicken breasts. I had chicken tenderloins. Hi Janice, hi Jean. I had chicken tenderloins, and so I just cut them up into little pieces. Again, with chicken fajitas, typically people will cut them up into strips, and they'll serve it with, and they'll make it with the pepper strips. But yeah, because I only had the little baby mini sweet peppers, that's what I'm using. So I figured, like, to make everything kind of uniform in shape and texture, that I would kind of cut it all into like short little pieces versus like the traditional sort of long, like the long strips of onion. I just got an air fryer. Oh yay, Christina, welcome to the air fryer club. You will be so happy that you have one. It is just such an amazing little device. Oh, hi, Janice. We'll tell your granddaughter that I say hello and thank you guys for watching. She loves fajitas. Awesome. Well, these are super easy. You don't even need to, I mean, you can use a frying pan, but I just like to pop them on a sheet pan. So basically, again, just putting everything onto a sheet pan. You can arrange it all pretty and Pinteresty if you want. Like you can do, you can put it in different sections, however you want to do it, whatever works for you. I preheated my oven to about 400 degrees, and because I'm going to cook them for about 15 minutes, and that should be enough to kind of get them all nice and cooked through. And obviously, so with chicken breast, you've got the chicken breast that you can kind of just cut into pieces. Chicken tenderloins have that tendon in them. So if you're like me and you don't necessarily love that little tendon on the very end, you can just cut around it and not waste too much. Like I don't waste like any chicken. I just kind of cut around that tough white end, and I cut it off. Like it's totally fine. You don't need to eat the tendon if you get the chicken tenderloins. So if you're someone who prefers to buy chicken breasts like myself, but they only have chicken tenderloins available because who knows what's going to be available in the market right now. Yay, Jennifer, so glad. Yeah, definitely give it a try. Oh, Janice, that's awesome. She is a cutie. I've seen your pictures that when you post with her, and she is adorable. Hi, Linda. Hi, Trinity. Exactly, Christina. Use what you have. You don't need to have everything perfect. Next, I have my peppers. I'm just going to kind of lay out here. And then I got my onions. Oops, spilled some on my little cooking surface here. And then put this in the sink. I am going to just add a little drizzle of olive oil. I already have oil and seasoning on my chicken. So what I did, and you don't need to do this, but it just kind of adds that little extra oomph to the chicken, is you can marinate the chicken overnight. You can marinate for an hour before. I just did it for an hour before, and I just put some olive oil and some seasoning. Now, there's so many different ways you can season this. Obviously, you can use like the traditional seasonings, like paprika, chili powder, cumin, whatever you've got. You can use pre-made fajita seasoning. So Trader Joe's originally came out with that everything but the bagel seasoning that everyone was obsessed with, and I'm still obsessed with it. They obviously have it all at other stores now. There's different brands that are making the everything bagel seasoning, but they recently came out with this everything but the elote. Let me see what the bloggers do. They put their hands behind it like this, and I'm showing you this. Everything but the elote. This is from Trader Joe's, and it's so good. It's supposed to mimic that flavor of like the street corn. Yeah, it is so good. So good. And it's got sea salt, corn flour, chili pepper, Parmesan cheese, cilantro, cumin, a tiny bit of cane sugar, but not enough for it to have any calories. Of course, it's got a little bit of sodium, but you just kind of want to just not overdo it. And so I put that on my chicken, and I'm also going to put it on my vegetables because this is like my seasoning of, I guess the past couple months. So I guess I could call it my seasoning of quarantine because I have fell in love with the seasoning. I put it on popcorn. Oops, I just lost an onion. I don't want cannoli to eat it. Got it. So yeah, it's amazing. I could go on and on about it, but we don't have that much time, so. So yeah, so basically I've got everything on my pan. I'm gonna pop this in the oven for 15 minutes. Perfect. I'm gonna set my alarm so I don't forget. Okay, awesome. So while that is cooking, put this stuff away. So let's talk about, obviously with fajitas, you can serve this so many different ways. You can do it on a salad, like a fajita salad. You can serve these with, obviously, like tortillas. Yes, Jean, you will not be disappointed. I mean, I don't know, it's so good. I had apprehensions about it because I was just like, what is this? But I don't know, it really pleasantly surprised me. So anytime you can get to Trader Joe's, I would definitely give it a try. So when it comes to tortillas, I kind of go back. I can get right now. I get whatever I can get. Right now I have like these, like this lowish carb. This is like a fajita size. Obviously, you can get the taco size fajitas as well. Those are really good. This recipe with these low carb tortillas, this is about 100 calories each. I can have 2 of these with half of the filling in the pan that's going to come out, and that'll be about just under 500 calories. Or I can just take this if I want to save a little bit of calories, and I can just fill this up with half of the seasoning as well, which is what I usually do. I love fajitas, and so I'll go out to, I won't go out to a restaurant anytime soon, or I haven't been to a restaurant in a while, but if I go out to a restaurant and I'm ordering fajitas, I'll usually eat mostly the veggies and the peppers and the onions, and then I'll probably just do like one fajita, and I might kind of like rip it in half, one tortilla, and I might just like rip it in half and like eat a little bit with it. Like I love the filling of fajitas, so I usually don't overdo it too much with the tortillas. 1 pan and done. Yes. Using my George Foreman grill. Oh, awesome. I had a George Foreman grill, but I've actually thought about getting one because I live in a condo and I can't have a grill on my patio. So I've seen them around and I've seen people kind of use them out on their patio because they don't produce a lot of smoke. So I was thinking that I was actually thinking of getting one because I miss grilling. And then even like the grills that are in my condo community, like they're closed right now because they don't want people using them with everything going on. So yeah, George Foreman grill. I had one back in the day and I'm thinking of getting one again. I get fajitas and put it on a salad at restaurants. Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many different things you can do with them. I sometimes even just eat I'll make this and I'll just eat it without the tortillas. So you could make this a low carb, keto friendly. You can do this lowish carb, which I pretty much am. I'm pretty much like more, for the most part, most of the time, my diet is more like lowish carb because I still enjoy different carbohydrate based items, but I try not to overdo it. And so I make a big plate of it and it's great. Yes, Lee, great idea. I agree. And my thing too is so obviously like when they come out, you can put cheese, like I like to put Mexican cheese on them. I love sour cream and I love real sour cream, like full on sour cream, not light or non-fat. So I gotta save calories somehow. So that's why I might just do like 1 tortilla and then just do, if I want to have like my sour cream and my cheese and like whatever else I'm having. If I'm having guacamole, this is literally like one of the most versatile dishes. Because again, like I used this elote seasoning, but you can use, like I said, cumin. You can use fajita seasoning that already comes in the shaker like this. There's so many different things you can do. Just garlic, salt, and pepper, and garlic powder. I mean, gosh, there's so many different things you can do. So while this is baking, I also wanted to talk a little bit about like this. Right now, I think a lot of us are focused on Jennifer Bates. Yes, a girl after my own heart. I use the Olay wraps, only 50 calories each and a ton of fiber. Yes, that's one of my favorite brands as well. They actually didn't have those last time. They were all out of them. So I was a little bummed about that. But I found another like decent alternative. And so yeah, I love the low carb wraps. To me, like they're almost just as good, and I don't really miss the regular wraps. So yeah, they're awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about a lot of us in the world right now are talking about like immune boosting foods, like things that we can eat, to make sure that we're feeding and nurturing our body the best way possible on our weight maintenance or weight loss journey. But then we're also taking in the proper nutrients that can really help with our immunity. And so this is a great example of a meal that actually, like, I unintentionally put this together and then realized after, like, oh wow, this is a great immune boosting meal, because you've got these, again, I use the little peppers for real, like, if you want them to look exactly like the restaurant, you would want to use like the bell peppers, the green bell peppers, the red bell peppers, and cut them into strips, and then cut the onion into strips to match, and then maybe do the chicken in strips. But because I'm using what I have, and I don't have everything available as usual, and because I love these peppers and I have them on hand at all times, I use these sweet peppers. And what's so cool about these sweet peppers is because of all these bright colors. When you see brightly colored vegetables, that tells you right away that there's lots of antioxidants in there. Flavonols, there's so many magical plant, I don't want to call them chemical, like technically in the world of science they're considered, but it's phytochemicals that pack so many nutrients in here that can help support our overall health, but they're also linked to supporting immune health and things like that. And so aside from that, these peppers have vitamin C. And as we all know, we've grown up hearing this, and it still holds true, that vitamin C are Vitamin C is one of those vitamins that we want to take to definitely help support our immune system. And so having this, you're getting 100% of your daily value, 110% in one serving, which is awesome. So you can't go wrong with that. And then another amazing aspect of doing like chicken fajitas or steak fajitas, any poultry or any meat, is that they're gonna have zinc. And zinc, if you're probably seeing people talk about zinc a lot, it's because it's a mineral that has been shown to support immunity as well. And so that's in this as well. Having this serving of chicken in here is going to be, depending on the exact amount, you're looking at probably about 10%, possibly even up to 20% of your daily allowance of zinc. So something like this, along with 2 SlimFast shakes or bars, you're going to get your full day, your full the daily recommended amount of zinc, and I'm pretty sure if you do like 2 of the shakes with it, yeah, I mean you definitely get the full daily value of vitamin C, but then the shakes are also going to have vitamin C as well, and so many other vitamins and minerals, the shakes and the bars. And so it's just nice to know that there's just different ways that you can kind of get all these nutrients that we're hearing about. We're hearing all the time about immune boosting nutrients, but a lot of us think that we need to just automatically go out and buy supplements. But you can absolutely get these through your food. And so of course, all of our needs are going to be different. It's getting hot setting this stuff. I'm just going to check out these. All right, these are looking good. So obviously, you can get these nutrition supplements, and you should always check with your doctor and make sure that your needs might be different than someone else's. So you just kind of want to verify that. But I love the idea of getting nutrients through food. Like I love that idea. Maybe it's because I'm a dietitian, I don't know, but I think it's just awesome when you can get nutrients in food, and when you don't even realize that there's so many amazing nutrients just like hiding out in our food that we might not even think about. And so I love it. Hi Auntie, hi Nicole, hi Julie, hi Hazley. Thank you for watching. Christina, I'll have to go to Publix. Yes, I'm due for a Publix run too. All right, so we got a couple more minutes on these, and what you can do is, yeah, these are coming out good. Yeah, so what you can do is, if you want them to be a little bit more like golden brown on the top, like the chicken, you totally can. I did this last week too with the chicken Milanese that I was making. Is you just turn on the broiler at the very end, and that'll help kind of give it a little bit more of a boost with like the browning, the caramelization of the chicken. Hi Donna. Hi. No problem, Julie. I hope you're doing well. Trish, what's going on? How's it going? Thanks for watching. Okay, so for those of you that just joined, I am making 1 pan, super easy chicken fajitas, and I basically just used what I had in my kitchen. So I had yellow onion, I had these peppers that I love, the little sweet peppers, and then I had some chicken. I had chicken tenderloins. I didn't have chicken breast, but you can use chicken tenderloins or chicken breast. And I was talking about this before, I like using chicken breast better, but I had chicken tenderloins, and what I do is the little rough tendon at the end, you can just kind of cut around that, and you don't need to add that if you don't want to. I don't know. I've just never liked that little tendon. I don't know why. Maybe just the texture. But hi Rebecca, thanks for watching. Yeah, and so again, when these are going to come out in about 2 minutes, and I'm going to serve them on this low carb tortilla. And if I want, I can have 2. These are a little bit bigger. These tortillas, these are 100 calories each. So if I want to have 2 of these and half of the chicken and onions and peppers on there, then I totally can do that. Or I can just fill up one of these and I can have it that way, or I can have a bed of lettuce and I can put this over a bed of lettuce. I have arugula in my fridge right now because I'm obsessed with arugula. It's my favorite. I'm gonna use my tortillas, but if I had iceberg, I like this with iceberg, because iceberg or shredded iceberg is what you typically would put in like a taco or a fajita as well. So yes, the 50 calorie wraps are amazing too. They were actually out, so I had to get these. They're a little bit bigger, and I like them, but I kind of just make do with what I got. Hi Hallie, thanks for watching. Yeah, so we are just about done. Oops, smoking. Okay. Awesome. So I'm gonna take this out. Ooh, sizzling. And I'm gonna take my plate. I'm just gonna take my onions and my peppers. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. And like everything just cooks down perfectly in such a short time frame, and the texture is perfect for the chicken. My alarm's going off. But anyways, it stopped. Okay. This is what happens when you live in a small 2-bedroom condo. Sometimes the smoke alarm goes off. But we're back in business. So what I would do is, so obviously like I have my fajitas here. I did this last time. I always like to kind of remind people that if you're not used to cooking, if you don't cook a lot and you're not used to really like kind of knowing like what the texture should be of the chicken, or what the this is real life, right? Like I got my crazy dog, I've got my smoke detector. Yeah, this is real life. I guess it's kind of like, what you kind of feel like you're at Chili's when they come out with like the sizzling fajitas and it's like smokes everywhere. That's what happened here tonight. So what I would do is I like to take my thermometer, and I like to just make sure that it's at the right temperature. Which again, I know this is the right temperature because I cooked it this way a million times, but just for the sake of always kind of like drilling this home, I'm gonna just test it again. Yeah, this is perfect. We want to see 165. Okay, awesome. So we're good with that. We got my chicken. I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese, because that's how I like it. And then, as I was saying, I love the real deal sour cream. Like, I guess every once in a while I can do like the low fat or the fat free, but I like the real deal. So I am doing nice recovery. That would totally happen to me. Yep. Hey, you know, it's life. I got the thermometer from Amazon. This is literally like, this is my favorite. You know, you're an adult when you just are in love with like kitchen appliances or kitchen gadgets. This is one of my most favorite kitchen gadgets ever, because I'm just gonna, like, I wash it after and I just pop it back, and it always stays on my fridge. It says Therm Pro on it. So I don't think it was super expensive either. So love that thermometer. Now I'm gonna put, again, I like real sour cream on there, and voila, we are done with these yummy, you can't really see them in this light, easy one pan pizza. Oh, I have cilantro too I'm gonna add. Always nice to add color to your plate. So yummy. And I'm gonna get eaten. So thank you again for joining today, and again, super easy, 1 sheet pan fajitas. Make sure that your window's open so that your smoke alarm doesn't go off like me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you next week on Dietitian in the Kitchen. And next week my plan is, and I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be anything that gets in the way of it, is I'm gonna be making shirataki noodles, which some people are really like freaked out about. They're like, what are these? Like, how do I make them? What are they made out of? Why do they smell funny when I open the package? But I'm gonna explain it all and why they're like really cool and why they're like super low calorie noodles that you can kind of make so many different ways. So thank you so much again for joining, and have an amazing, amazing evening. And I will see you guys Friday for a nutrition chat. And that's it for tonight. Thank you guys. Have a great night.